50 hours later, probably a bunch of speeding tickets I'll get in the mail. I made it to Arizona with Ree not killing me. And we are fortunate enough to get this interview. We got one of the guys that you guys know from Cinematic Sunrise.
Should I introduce myself?
If you want to.
Hi, I'm Bryan. I play guitar in the rock and roll band Cinematic Sunrise.
But they already know you.
They do. I'm a personality.
Alright, you guys released the EP
Yes.
a couple weeks ago. Where should fans buy it?
Well, you don't have a lot of choices. It's
I know.
Hot Topic, Merch Now, iTunes, Amazon, and of course you can download it for free on the internet, like everyone else. So I'm getting a ton of text messages. Yeah, that's right. I'd say go to Hot Topic because you have a listening station there, and we have T-shirts there, and plus it makes you feel cool. You can get those scans.
Is there a picture of you guys on Hot Topic? Because that's when you know you made it.
I don't know if we have a picture. I do know in my hometown, we all went and bought the CD that day, and they let us sign a T-shirt. So that was pretty cool.
That's living.
It is living.
Okay, taking the CD from like the audio, has there been any complications from taking it to audio to the live format?
No, like with most bands, sometimes they overproduce it, and I would actually produce the EP myself. And my whole philosophy has always been like simpler is better. And we've been able to pretty much pull off what we do live on the CD. There's not too many effects, there's not too many bells and whistles, it's just straight up pop rock. So playing it live is actually pretty easy, and it's a lot of fun when you get to hear it.
So what took so long to basically sign the contract to Equal Vision? Because you guys toured with Sound of Animals Fighting?
Yeah, we did that 2 years ago.
Yes.
And it's not like it took time to make it happen. It's more of time for Brad and Craig to have time off from touring with Chiodos.
Yeah.
And that's all it took time with. Because when this band formed, that's right when All's Well was recorded. So they went out, toured non-stop, did the All's Well touring, got this huge army of fans, and then right away started working on Bone Palace. Then Bone Palace came out, and right when there's a little break, in there's a window, after Warped Tour, last year we did some dates, we started doing the drums, and then around Christmas time is when Craig and Brett came in and finished all their parts. And then out here in May. So yeah, it's not like we recorded this in March and it came out in May. We started recording this in September.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a long process of I have 4 days off. Let me come in now and do my part. Alright, come in. So it's, unlike other bands where they can actually put aside a month of recording. Ours was, I have a weekend, or there's sometimes when Craig came in, he was like, I got 36 hours. Let's get something done. So
this is the first headlining show, or tour, that you guys are doing right now?
First headlining tour.
So how's it been going so far?
It is amazing. Not only am I hanging out with some of the coolest guys in the world, our bus is clean, we all get along, there's no drama at all, and we're playing for kids, and it just freaks me out that kids are so into it, and it makes me so happy. So thank you guys. We put a lot of work into it, and I'm glad that kids are getting it.
Me too. Except Vic, why'd you guys let him on?
I love it.
I'm just messing around. We have a history.
Vic, if you see this, quit Pierce the Veil, join Cinematic Sunrise. No, that's the problem. I think the Pierce the Veil record is one of the best records I've ever heard.
It is.
And it's so hard to, hey Vic, do you want to take a break from your band and try and schedule in Chiodos off time to do this? So unfortunately, Vic has been able to help us, but he can't be a full-time guy. But for the live show, it's great. And
I know,
as a musician, he rules.
I was geeked when I heard it. I was like, Vic from Pierce the Veil will be joining you guys on tour. I was like, oh.
Vic is a genius.
If you guys haven't caught Pierce the Veil,
it's myspace.com/Pierce the Veil. Check him out on Warped Tour and the Hurley stage. It's a plug for Vic.
Yes, it is. Really nice guy. I know you guys already watched the video me and Vic did.
Yeah.
So, okay, there was a lot of the artwork.
Yes.
That's the reason you guys should buy it. How'd you guys come to pick out the artist?
Well, Rob Dobie is an amazing artist, and you check out some of his art, it's just amazing, and everyone knew him. And when the concept of us doing the coloring book came together, it's we got to have him do it. So we're lucky enough to get him to do it, and then Equal Vision, we present the idea hey, we want to do a coloring book. And at first they're kind of confused. The idea came to me 2 years ago. I was in college at a class, and I text Craig I want to do a coloring book CD. And of course, like, cool, you know, like a text message, what else would we reply? He's on tour full time. And eventually, you know, once we present the idea to Equal Vision, they're like, all right, how do you propose we do this? And we're like, I don't know, you shrink wrap crayons on the outside, and we call it a coloring book. And they took it to the next level. They got the artist, and then if you guys see it, like, you open it up, and they're like, your coloring pencils are ready for you to start coloring. Flip it open again, your little coloring book comes out. It's impressive. My mom even likes it. And that's good. She bought it for my little cousins.
I mean, you guys went above and beyond. I mean, most fans will download and be like, why should I go out and buy it? They're one of the bands that actually went above.
Yeah.
And it's worth a buy, not a download, even though I know half you kids downloaded
They can
stuff.
download what they want. And the thing is, it really is cool. And we're all incorporated in each scene into the coloring book, which I like. And I will say this for a full length. I think the coloring book is cool. Wait for the full length. We're working on that right now.
Any date on it?
It keeps going. Right now we've been saying like 2009. So it's so hard to tell.
But it will be...
If you guys buy more copies of the EP, there'll be a full length sooner. That's all I can say. I mean, that's just common sense.
Hey.
I can say right now I'm saying dumb things because Katie's just freaking out going, don't say that.
So how many songs are you guys actually playing live? Because there's 6 on the EP.
6 on the EP.
And that's the question. If you want to release it, I don't know.
Currently on this set, we're playing the 6 songs on the EP, plus 2 other songs. And we have other songs already written, already been practiced. The same token though, you don't want to throw out a whole bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
Because then kids are like, why didn't you record that? Or they're kind of confused, so we've just been throwing in 2 new songs in there. They have kind of working title names. We don't want to say the names yet, but if you look on YouTube, each night we call them a different name. And besides that, we play a fun song called Ethan's Song, the movie Slackers, which Craig and Marcus and myself, we can quote that movie. In the very end, it's the last scene where he's at the piano, so we play that live. And sometimes I do random little songs on stage, but for the most part, there's 8 full songs and then a couple little fun songs down there.
Okay. So how long is the set running? Because that's one of the questions we got. Like, people are like, yo, it's an EP, it's really quick, why should I actually go out and see it? Because...
Yeah. Well, we're really, like, that's the thing I like so much about this. In the past, I'll admit, you know, the Sentinel Animals Fighting Tour, we played 3 songs. Warped Tour last year, we played 4 songs. And like, we sit there like, this is what we got. For this one, like, wow, we have a full set. This is a 40-minute long set. And so we're really excited. It's definitely a full set. It's more than 6 songs. You're getting some more stuff. And the entertainment there and the jokes going on back and forth on stage. It's definitely there. We're there to entertain you. And, you know, you're paying the money to come out. We're not just going to sit there and just play the 6 songs and call it a night.
So will there be another Cinematic Sunrise tour that will probably hit areas that you didn't hit with this one?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the Warped Tour dates. And people don't realize that you cannot play in a town 90 days before the Warped Tour dates, because it'll affect ticket sales. So that's why if you look at our tour for this one, it's like Midwest, East Coast, nothing, and then Texas, West Coast. So we're doing like the Florida dates, the Carolina dates on Warped Tour, and we're working on some more dates there, and then hopefully more dates towards the end of the year. So there'll be more touring.
So you guys who are going to miss this right now, and I know Warped Tour is the must-see tour of 2008. Ozfest is one day, I believe, in Texas, so please go check out Cinematic Sunrise on MySpace, Pure Volume, YouTube, you know the thing. Buy the merch, buy the music, support the artist. And thank you for watching, and thank you for doing this with us.
Dude, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Nuevo.
Nuevo. It's like Spanish.
Yeah.
Alright, that means the new wave. That's not, I just kind of made that up.
That's all good.
Means new.
We're delirious.
Yeah. Nuevo is new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call it new. Alright.